Hi friends, in today's video tutorial we would study how to prepare this geometry in AutoCAD. So as usual, before we start with the drafting, we'll spend some time in analyzing this drawing and trying to see how we'll proceed with the drafting. After analyzing this drawing carefully, I feel that the best way would be to do this drawing in the front view. So we'll first change the view to front view. And in the front view, we'll create this rectangle which would be of 68 units by 15 units. Once we have drawn the rectangle, then we'll draw this line. This would be 68 minus 12 plus 12, that is 24. So it is 44 units. And then move that line from the midpoint of this upward to a distance of 9 units. Then we'll draw one reference line from year to year of 18 units and join it with this line and then mirror this line over here. Then our profile is ready. So we'll go in the southwest isometric view and extrude it to 68 units. Then using the UCS command, we'll change the plane to this upper plane and we'll draw one rectangle of 68 units by 68 units. We'll also draw another rectangle of 48 units by 48 units. We'll move that smaller rectangle to the midpoint of this geometric center of this lower rectangle and then move it upwards to a distance of 42 minus 15. Then using the loft feature, we'll join and make this structure. Then we'll change the view to the left view and create this rectangle which would be 48 minus 30 units by 19 units by 15 units. Then we'll extrude that rectangle and we'll subtract it from this shape and our geometry is complete. So let me show you how we'll proceed with the drafting. So the first thing is we have changed to front view. And in the front view, we'll select the rectangle command and draw one rectangle. And this rectangle would be 68 units by 15 units. Press enter. Then we'll draw one line. That line would be of turn the ortho on 44 units. Enter. Then move that line. So select move. Click on the line. Press enter. Midpoint of this and where you want to move it. So we press Ctrl and right arrow and select from, click here and move it upward to a distance of 9 units, press enter. Now we'll draw one referential line from here to the left 18 units, press enter. Turn the ortho off and join it with this line, enter. Then we mirror this line. So we select mirror, click on this, midpoint of this, press enter. Then we break this unwanted part. So we type break, click on this object, press F for first point, intersection of this, second intersection of this. We'll also erase the unwanted referential line, press enter. Then we select the entire object and join it, press enter. Then we go into the southwest isometric view and we'll extrude this to a thickness of 68 units. So we select extrude, we select the object, we press enter and extrude it to a thickness of 68 units. You can change instead of 2D wireframe to shades of gray and this is how it will look. Now we'll change the UCS to this upper plane. So for this we'll use the visualize and in visualize we'll use the 3-point visualize technique. We click over here, we click over here, so we have to type end of this and end of this. So our plane is changed to this And in this plane, we'll draw one rectangle, and that rectangle would be of 68 units by 68 units. So if you go into the orbit, you will see that we have drawn that rectangle on the upper plane where our UCS coordinates have got shifted. Now we'll also draw one more rectangle of 48 by 48. So we select rectangle. Remember, we are in the same plane. So 48 by 48. If you use the orbit tool, you will see that it's on the same plane. Press escape. We move that second smaller rectangle. Press enter. From midpoint of this to the geometric center of this, we go in the 3D orbit and we see that we are still on the same plane. And now we have to move this upward to a distance of 42 is the entire distance minus 15. So it would be 27 units. So we press move, select the object to move this, and from where select the geometric center of this, and where you want to move it, turn the ortho on, move it upward to a distance of 27 units and press enter. Just go in the orbit view and see whether both are in a different planes. Yes. Now you can use the loft feature. So we select loft, select the upper object and the lower object and press enter. Again press enter. So the lofted object is ready. Now we have to draw one rectangle over here. So we first change the view to the left view, and in this view we'll draw one rectangle. Now the length of that rectangle would be 48 minus 30, that is 18 this way, and this way it would be 15. So we'll click over here and we'll say 18 tab 15, press enter. Then we extrude this. So we select extrude, we click on the object, press enter, and extrude it to a random thickness of 100 units. Now again we click on visualize and use the 3-point UCS view and change the UCS to this x-axis here and y-axis here. So now we are in the upper plane and we'll move this. So we select move, click on the object to move this. Which point? I'll select midpoint of this, and where you want to move to the midpoint of this. So if you go in the orbit view, you can see the object has moved to the center, but we want it to be extending a bit on the outer side. So again we type move, click on the object to move, then click on the midpoint and move it a bit on the outer side. So you can see the object is now extending outside the geometry. Now we'll use the subtract command of AutoCAD and click on the first object, press enter, click on the second object, press enter, and you get the cut. Now you can move this entire geometry. So we type move, select the object to move, select the base point, end point of this, and move it to end point of this. You can move this UCS icon to the default location, world location, by clicking over here. And then we use the union command and make this geometry into one geometry. And you can use the 3D orbit and see how your object would look in all possible directions. So friends, in this video tutorial, we have seen how to make this geometry in AutoCAD. Hope you have learned something new. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, goodbye.